it's the way that you look at me. Makes me feel like I can't breathe. It ain't right, right, right. It ain't right, right, right. It ain't right. Oh no, it ain't right, right, right. It ain't right, right, right. It ain't right. Oh no, it ain't right, right, right. It ain't right, right, right. It ain't right, right, right. It ain't right. You've got me saying words in. You've got me saying words in my head. You've got me. You've got me saying words in my head, filling my mind with these images, yeah. And it's the way that you look at me, makes me feel like I can't breathe. It ain't right, right, right. It ain't right, right, right. It ain't right. Oh no, it ain't right, right, right. It ain't right, right, right. It ain't right. Oh no, it ain't right, right, right. It ain't right, right, right. It ain't right, right, right. You've got me saying words in.
So much hate, it made me nauseous. Worked in silence, made me cautious. I exerted every option, count me out. Must think I lost it, losing sleep. Somehow I thought it. I heard life was a box of chocolates. Ain't shit sweet round here, it's toxic. Made the most of what we got. We go hard, been through a lot. So we party till we drop. Tell the neighbors it won't stop. Watch your shorty hit me up on days I need to pick me up. I just wanna live it up. Can somebody lift me up?
Incorporated ended up with a decent array of magic items, plus one sword and a mithril suit of half plate and a rod of the pack keeper, plus one shield. Those are the main.
Yeah, those I've read through that campaign after I stopped playing it, and it goes in Acquisitions Incorporated spirit, where it expects you to go balls to the wall on everything.
Which we did.
Yeah, it's expecting you to pull stupid, crazy nonsense, and just have a little bit extra fortitude to get you through it. It very much wants you to lean on the rule of cool. Because if you watch any of their games, things are played a little bit more loose, but they're also a little bit more dire.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
For tonight's entertainment. Oh, no one got that reference. So we got to level 7. Did we get a long rest at level 7?
Well, last time you guys were cool guys don't look at explosions away from a burning building.
Yeah.
While Burning Man is just kind of like the entirety of Burning Man is kind of looking at you guys like, what the fuck? You ruined all their fun.
Brogor,
So, I don't know.
good morning, Brogor. How are you today?
Sure drugs are just as potent now as they were before we had the fight with the cultists.
Hello,
Yeah,
hello.
but you just brought the mood down of the whole play.
Kind of harsh, they're mellow, huh?
You harshed their mellow, exactly.
Harsh Thermello. I don't get it. We had a long weekend. We're finally getting back to our normal routine. Thank God.
You guys also left me in a difficult position. I don't know where you're going next.
Can I try and cheer him up by casting Thaumaturgy and let fireworks off coming out of the flames?
Does Thaumaturgy allow you to do that?
I don't know. It causes flames to flicker, brighten and dim or change colour.
Yeah, I'll let you turn the flames. I don't know, like
Phone cheater, what's up? Marmusman.
kind of like look back and just snap your fingers and all the flames are purple now.
Dude, that token is fucking awesome.
Do they all go, ooh?
No, because they can all do that too, and they just snap their fingers and it turns back to red.
Yeah, dude, that token was fucking awesome.
Dang.
I walk off grumbling.
Yeah. You're not going to impress a group of druids with your lowbrow tricks.
I'll give them all the appropriate respects of a head nod and an okay.
Okay.
And, walk off with my scout.
No
They
chat
shoot you
commands.
kind of a dirty look.
They are not in effect for this game. I am not DMing it. The
They are
DM.
not happy with any of you, but they also are too hippie to do anything about it.
The DM 100% said no fucking commands.
So they're just going to pretend like they wouldn't have done the same thing and then walk off.
They're just kind of, they didn't know what was going on. That's the thing. They were just there to have a cool party.
No one knows what's
and
going on.
Participate in a druidic ritual. And then some new guys showed up and ran
We're
up
just
there.
here.
And then from there, everything just kind of caught fire. A bunch of people died. And then you guys just kind of walked away.
But we looked really cool doing it.
You looked cool doing it. Like a bunch of psychopaths.
Ren loved it. And
We're going to make camp here in the warmth of the fire.
And actually, he made us level 7.
I want to wait till that fire dies down so I can get a suit of armor.
So. I do need to. I get 4th level spells, I think.
Well, the other people aren't actually being hostile towards us, though, are they? I mean, they're a little disgruntled. They'll get grumbled again.
Oh, game time! Yeah, we got game time.
They're not doing anything towards you. They're just. You can, if you guys are sticking around the area over the course of 15 to 20 minutes, they just kind of like look at each other and grumble amongst themselves and look at you and look back at the fire, and they start dispersing out, start heading off down the hill, going to back to their various. Either they're going to stick to their camps or leave the area entirely.
Int plus my wizard level, so 7 plus int, so 11.
Can camp here.
And then I get 2. I think you get 2.
I mean, there's already tents all set up and everything.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, because I think we get.
I'll stand first watch.
We get 2. Bertha and myself will stand second.
I guess I'll take the last one.
We'll let the turtle have a lot of sleep.
I'll take the one before the last one.
I'll take whatever's left.
So I think we get 2 per level.
All right. Let's see. Venom, give me a perception check if you're taking watch.
All right. Does Hirsch get one too?
Yes, I'll say whichever the two of you has the highest perception can make the roll with advantage.
Okay, let's see. Mine is probably the highest one, so I'll just roll a second time.
That's fine.
And you can take whichever one's the best.
All right. So you spend a large majority of your watch having Hirsch circle around. Hirsch can definitely spot several of the other druids. Some of them taking off, some of them hanging out by their camps, but nobody seems to be approaching you. In fact, they're distancing from you as much as possible.
I'm cool with that. Who was second? Was it you, Ren?
Yeah. Also, with Bertha, I believe I had the highest perception, too.
All right. If you're going to use your familiar, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. She's back.
Did you take 10 gold?
I plan on it. And I'll get with you at your game because I'd like to do the same thing that you have with Hirsch.
Okay. Let's see here. You kind of fall asleep. You're at one moment you're kind of circling in the sky above you, and then the next you kind of get kicked awake by the person who's taking your next watch.
Okay. Sorry, just trying to figure some stuff out. No. Oh, yeah, I know. Poor Fred.
I think I'm taking next.
Okay.
Alright.
The humans taking Dead of Night. Awesome.
Nothing could go wrong. Give me a perception. Eric, you don't do so good in the darkness, even with the fire. You haven't really said anything, but you can't really see or hear much. You don't know what's coming.
I'll wake up the next person and say, it's all clear.
Rendrick, during your rest, you had some disturbing dreams. You can't remember them very well, but something about a bright light that was just pulling you in that you couldn't look away from.
The fuck?
You knew that you should have, but you couldn't. And when it comes time to your watch, your restless sleep has definitely affected you. You're tired from the Battle of Fulton, and you eventually doze off yourself. But I can't. But ultimately, the rest of you find Rendrick passed out on his watch, leg kicking, as more fitful dreams attack him, and you're able to rouse him, and the next day comes. The fire has definitely burnt down a bit, but the embers are still going, smoke is rising. It may be another day or so until the ruins are completely doused, I guess, or a good rain might do it.
Well, I can make lightning, but not rain, so.
Alright. Oh. I don't know what the fuck's going on right now. I'm working on emails and responding to Discord messages. I ain't even gonna lie, I have no idea what the fuck is going on. All I know is we took a rest, and now I can't hear anyone. Cool.
So we're back at the bonfire place?
Yeah, you guys, I'm assuming you kind of went down the hill a little bit and set up kind of a sleeping area, but you can go back up to the top of it. You might, if you're careful, be able to dig through some of the wreckage and maybe find what you're looking for.
Does Rendrick get another save against the poison?
Against what poison?
He's poisoned.
Does poison last through long rest? I don't think it does.
Yeah, until you're healed.
Oh,
But in the morning, I'll cast.
Well, I can take care of it. I just don't know. I can use lay on hands.
Oh dang! Lay on hands removes poison. That's awesome.
If you spend 5 points, it will.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Well, if you want to, otherwise I can just lesser restore.
I don't think he cared.
So he's sifting through the flames and stuff?
Yeah, I don't know. Rendrick, is that what you're doing?
Oh, I'm not going to walk into the fire.
Well, not the flames, like the ashes and the stuff.
Oh, sure.
It's the collapsed. Yeah, it's the collapsed remains, ruins, still kind of burning embery The blazing fire has gone down, but like a huge campfire. There's still flames and stuff going in underneath all the rubble.
Is there anybody alive, or is it just a bunch of bodies?
From what you can tell, it's just been a bunch of bodies so far.
Do I see at least 2 bodies?
Yes. You can see
2 of the archer bodies?
One of the guards, the archers, and one of the, or 2 of the cultists.
Alright, I will make 2 skeletons. So I should have a total of 3.
Yeah, I would like to make me a zombie if possible. Okay.
Okay.
And yes, Francis, its name will be Francis again. But if I...
Francis 2! Gotta go in order.
Now, so with how... I just asking a question with this, so how this works, is it just how they are, like, what they were in previous lifestyles since they were, like, an archer or whatever, would they get archery abilities? Or is it just a standard skeleton?
It's a standard skeleton. It's not... You guys are using some pretty low-level necromancy.
Not to end.
Oh shoot! Skeletons can specifically use the bows. I thought is what it was
Really?
saying.
God, I don't know.
That's why I was specifically for roleplay purposes going for the archer corpses, because they would have had the bows and.
All right. I guess that if it says it on the stat block, they can use that. Then I guess they can use it.
I mean, zombies get the undead fortitude at least.
Yes.
Well, that makes sense because that's built into their whole. They're already dead, so it's really hard to kill them again. But if they're zombies or skeletons, I don't understand how they have the dexterity to use a weapon.
I mean, there are skeleton archers in game, to be fair.
Yeah, those are usually created by, stronger necromancers or some other necromantic force. Whatever. If it says it. God, it's impossible to find anything in this mess of a module. Alright, so what are you guys doing again?
Right now, all I was doing is making a new Francis.
Okay, so you made another Francis. Donato, what were you using to make those 2 extra zombies?
The skeletons, I was just finding bodies.
Yeah, but what spell? Was it the new thing that you gained, or was it something else?
No, I used I cast Animate Dead, but as a 4th level to be able to do it for 2.
Gotcha, okay. Alright, yeah,
And then I just gotta use my 3rd level spell to reassert control of up to 4 creatures once per.
Right. Okay, and then so you guys got your zombie. Make sure to keep track of your spell slots and whatnot.
Always.
Okay.
Can I trade a spell? Since we just leveled up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta still work on the 2 spells I get. But yeah. Spells. I didn't even get my coffee yet today. Come on, now I'm lagging. That's fucking great. So I'm trying to figure out what, I think I get 2 spells per level.
One thing we could do is, from the information we've gained recently, I believe that we can infer that one of the delegates is being held at the spire where we were before, where the Griffin people are.
What? No. I don't fucking know. Does anyone know? Like, chat. Can you tell me with wizards how many per level you get? I know how many prepared spells you get. But I think it's 2 per.
Do we know where
level.
that spire is?
Yeah, we were there.
Hold on, let me crack up. All right, I appreciate that because I'm trying to figure it out, but I can't Google and respond, and he's going to like trip out if we don't get stuff going and my prepared spells and shit. Because I think it's
let's go
2.
Back to, wait, so we were there, but we didn't find anybody being captured.
I want to say it's 2 per, but I don't know.
We didn't explore the whole place. We just went to places where they escorted us and invited us to.
It must have been a session I missed. We can definitely go back to go and save the person there if we have intel saying.
Yes, I believe you. That's why you're confused. You were gone that week or those couple of weeks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice dog, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Ich bin
I
Geistag.
remember that.
Yeah, I forgot about that. But yeah, you were gone for when they went to the Windspire Spire. Whatever.
Well, if we have reliable intel saying that they're keeping one of the people we need to save captive, we at least know where to go now. And then we can just work our way down the list as to where we need to go next to save who is next on the list. I presume there's a list.
There is a list. So far, you have saved You saved maybe a handful of the delegation troop. Only one of them being kind of the quote-unquote important member. The others were just part of the slaves that you pulled out of Stone Monastery.
Well, let's go do that then. Unless anybody else has a better idea.
Works for me.
Oh.
And of course, Donato's doing all this with hand gestures and grunts and like, okay. But you guys have been with him enough to understand what he's going.
Oh, Donato doesn't talk much.
Very
Slowly.
slow. But for time purposes, unless we want to have me role play him saying all of what I just said.
Huh.
All right. Well, you guys are not that far away from the area where Failure Gale Spire. You are maybe about half a day away from that whole thing. The area was known as the Sighing Valley. So that's where you guys want to make your way to?
Yeah. Okay.
Sure thing. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So you wind your way through the Slumber Hills. It's nothing in here is a direct path towards anywhere. But over the course of the day, it starts approaching evening. And you can see after you crest one of the hills, you can see the spire on the other side of the valley. It'll probably take you a few more hours to actually reach the spire proper. Everybody make me a perception check. Okay.
Well, no. So
Eric.
I'm level 7, and I get my int's 4, so I have 11
kind of scanning the
prepared spells.
Sighing Valley for other things,
but
and
the spells I know in my spell book is a lot bigger. I think it's 2 per. I get 2 new level, 2 new spells into my spell book
that you once wrote upon yourselves.
Like the prepared spells, I already know.
With the knights on the back, and it's hard to tell, but they seem to be chasing some sort of smaller humanoid thing.
So at level 7, I get
the air.
11 prepared spells, but my spell book is a lot bigger. There's a lot more spells.
One of the shots eventually hits it, and it loses its balance in the air and starts kind of careening down towards the ground, where they start following it down.
How far are we away from it?
It's about a mile down into the valley.
Yeah, so I'm at level 7 right now.
Nah, about half a mile. Where you guys are basically at a
then I know that
switchback that leads into the valley itself. Unless you want to go all the way around,
you
have to cross the valley and then go back up
yeah.
into the plateau that the spire is on.
But like in the spell book itself,
Look.
there's more spells in the spell book.
So what's going on?
Because these are my prepared spells.
Get a little closer and find out.
So there's only 4, 7, 10, 11. So like 11 is how many.
Let's have Hirsch go out there
12.
and let's have Hirsch make a perception. Hirsch is only able to tell that it's some sort of bird humanoid thing.
Like an Aarakocra, maybe?
Maybe.
Because I know your spell book, there's more spells in your spell book than you can use.
Why would those guys be chasing Aarakocra? That's the only humanoid bird thing I can think of. Can anybody else think of a different?
Kiku.
Oh, okay, good point.
Can they
Do
even
they
fly?
fly?
I don't know.
Make an intelligence check.
Okay.
Venom, you actually do know this. Kinku are incapable of flight, but Eriko are.
So more likely than it's an Aarakocra or something else that we don't know about.
I'll take off towards the landing site.
Yeah, let's go. Let's all do that.
All right. You guys gonna have to give me just 1 minute to get this set up.
Not a problem.
Alright, so each time you gain a wizard, you add 2 wizard spells of your choice to your spellbook for free. Each of those spells level for which you have a spell slot is known as the wizard type of trying. Cool. So it is 2 per level. So if I have 2. So 4. Okay, cool. So I can go. I know 4 first levels, 3 second level, 3 third, 1. So I know 1 fourth level. Perfect. No. There's no worries. I appreciate that. That's what I was trying to find out. And then, so I have 11 prepared. So I know, like, my spellbook's kind of fucked up right now because of different, I get, whatchamacallit, learn new spells and stuff. But yeah, no, that's perfect because now I know Polymorph, which he's going to hate me because he doesn't have Critically Awesome. Hey, Brogork, do you happen to have Critically Awesome Essentials extension?
No.
Damn.
Why is that?
Can you do me a favor when you get it? Do you have DM's Guild?
I don't.
Again, nobody but you gets this stuff for free.
No, the reason why I asked if he had DM's Guild because I was just going to buy it and send it to him.
Well, I do have an account on there. I just need to remember what the password.
Okay, well, the reason why I asked is because I'm going to use. I'm taking Polymorph spell, and it's a lot easier if you just have the extension.
Well,
okay.
And, all he needs, Brogork, is the email address you use on DM's Guild, and he can send you that.
Yeah, I gotta check that too. I have a couple email addresses. I don't know which one I use.
Yeah, just after game, if that's cool.
Yeah,
I don't want to
deal with that later.
Yeah, I don't want to keep everyone because I'm just taking Polymorph, and it's a lot simpler just to use the extension.
And
Sure.
for what it's worth, we don't get that one for free. I paid for it too.
Yeah, yeah, because it's an extension made by somebody else, technically.
I like all the free extensions.
And yeah, Sean did the same thing. It does the same thing, except he just does it better than me.
Well, and I'm a independent. I'm a free agent.
Oh, and when you can, I know you're busy, bro, Gork, but a fourth Skelly.
Oh, there was supposed to be a fourth one? I thought you raised 2.
No, I misread the animate dead. It says at 4th level you animate or reassert control over 2 additional. So being 2 additional when it does 1 at 3rd level makes it 4 or makes it 3 from how I'm reading it at least.
Oh man. Okay.
Brogork, you're gonna get to have all the fun, man.
Welcome to DMing.
You have no idea. All right, well, I'm just gonna warn you as this starts stacking, things are gonna take longer and longer to set up. So, go get some water or something.
Stacking.
And as more and more characters start getting put on this, I have to manually drag one by one into the right place.
Well, I'll keep my army of skeletons small.
Okay.
Can't say what Ren will do.
Ren can't say what Ren will do. Right now, he's just happy with the solo Francis.
Venom's going to find out very quickly that Shattered Blade doesn't work against most undead. Because it does psychic damage.
Are you laughing at what I just said?
Yeah.
What did you just...
Could that work even?
If they fail their save.
But you control them, so can't you technically tell them to accept it?
Technically? Well, so we're just saying because at level 9, how polymorph works, you can polymorph yourself into something at that CR. So I said at level 9, T-Rex. He's like polymorph skeletons and zombies.
Jeez.
Yeah, I mean, if you could polymorph skeletons and zombies into T-Rexes, that would be interesting.
Does polymorph work on undead?
Honestly, I don't think I would do it even if it allowed it. That seems a little stupid.
I thought polymorph specified like humanoid, which I don't think. Well, I guess they're humanoid undead.
A creature you can see
Within range. Yep.
Oh yeah, this isn't World of Warcraft rules anymore.
An unwilling creature must make a wisdom save. Yep. So if it is willing,
And if you control them, you can tell them to be willing.
yep. Oh Jesus! Don't worry, I wouldn't do that. Probably.
Yeah, no.
It's a waste of a 4th level spell slot.
Well, unless you've been hanging around in Shulk a whole lot, you probably have no idea about Tyrannosaurus rexes.
Oh, I'm a cloister scholar. I have been traveled. I'm well traveled.
All
You
right.
realize that I am well traveled and cloistered are pretty much antithetical to each other.
Shh. Ren thinks he knows everything.
Honestly, it's so good old Jeremy Crawford weighed in on this.
And what's that?
The general consensus is that the rules do allow this. As far as anybody's known, there's not unless both spells remain in effect unless something specifically says it ends it. So if you polymorph or true polymorph an animated corpse, then the polymorph takes effect, and so does the animate dead stay in effect for its duration as well.
Really? Well, I would make the argument that your animate dead only allows you to dominate undead. If you polymorph it into something that's not undead, I would say that the spell no longer takes effect.
Undead T-Rex.
So then that's also where Jeremy goes in, that the polymorph states it retains its alignment and personality being of the skeleton or zombie that has to obey the caster.
I would say that's not a personality, but far from it.
Yeah, no, it's really stupid that he would even say that, because that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that's not a personality. Zombies don't have a personality. That's the point. That's what makes them kind of terrifying, is the lack of identity.
Zombie T-Rex.
It's all nihilistic and stuff.
Yeah. Now, if you polymorph one undead into another undead, I could see you maintaining control. But as soon as you turn it from a living thing from a dead thing to a living thing, animate dead doesn't work. It would probably just go on a rampage of whatever you turn it into, unless you turned it into something that you could then reassert control. I don't know. It doesn't matter right now. You don't have polymorph.
Yeah.
I actually do have polymorph.
Oh,
I mean, I have polymorph too.
That's why I asked if you had the extension.
I don't. Hold off on that for a little while longer,
But
please.
yeah, polymorph is 4th level spell, so I took it, and I guess he did too. So.
Great. Just great. I would also say, I would make the argument that no undead is willing. That's the thing. They have to do what you say. That doesn't mean they're willing. They're being compelled to do this.
Yeah, fair.
Good point.
All right.
Like I said, polymorph as well.
Super.
Just for the record, I did not say polymorph.
I'm joking, by the way.
All right. So you guys make it into the valley. You guys are going to try to chase down what you just saw. Give me a survival check to see if you can track down. From your higher cliff, you could see that when the creature hit the ground, it quickly scrambled to its feet and tried to take off into the wilderness, while the others attempted to follow it, one being from the sky, 2 of them dropping from the air.
Totally derailed
ground,
it. Good
sorry.
job, Chad. Hashtag sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, and with those rolls, you're pretty easily able to keep up with it. You keep the one that's in the air in sight, and you can tell that they have their quarry in sight. So you are hunters hunting the hunters hunting.
We're sort of like Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder.
A little bit. You're the guys chasing another guy.
That's right.
Is he disguised as another guy?
You don't know. It could just all be a very elaborate Scooby-Doo bird costume. I'm not sure. I mean, you technically could be. You could polymorph yourselves into tigers or whatever.
My nickname's already Venom the Cat, so I'm good. I don't need to be polymorphed.
So what do we see once they come into our sight range?
Yes, back to serious matters. So what you see is a damaged, kind of bleeding Birdman leaning over, surrounded. It always puts everything at enemies.
You can totally fix that. Like, are they set into, like, as an encounter where you just hit the button and then they go on?
Yes, that's how I set this up at.
So on the, right before you hit the button, there's like a little, the head, like a skull. You can change it to friendly if you wish.
Can I change it to neutral?
Yes.
Okay. So you can see 3 of the knights. Goddamn. There we go. 3 of the birds that they have jumped off and are now surrounding Birdman, and inching their way closer to it, almost taunting it. And you can tell that these are lower level. Lower level, like maybe not full knights from the group that you guys interacted with, but they wear the same colors, and you can just tell by their outfits. They don't seem to have noticed you guys quite yet. They're focused on this thing.
And they're advancing towards the Aarakocra?
Yes, so let's go ahead and roll initiative, just as this is a tenser situation, and what you do and in what order will matter.
And the Aarakocra looks like it's already injured.
Yes, it took a shot while in the air and had a crash landing into the ground.
cannot believe the zombie. 3 zombies rolled higher initiative than everybody else.
They're skeletons.
Well, technically, they take what is okay. Donato, what is your initiative?
Oh, I totally thought I dropped it in the chat.
You might have. Let me find it.
No, I didn't. It missed the chat. Hold on.
Because the zombies don't have their own initiative. They always go after their master.
Oh, by the way, I don't have the 8 spell anymore.
Here.
And then, when yours initiative is 10.
Yeah, Francis is also 10.
Okay. So can I manually drag him up or make him 10.5 or something?
He's also unconscious. Yeah, he's underneath me.
Yeah, but it's the thing is making 2 others between you and him, but whatever.
Francis is the other zombie.
Yeah. It's Ren Zombie. But okay, Donato, I guess you are first initiative. Roll me an insight check.
Okay.
So we're gonna see if this works.
Insight.
Profile. Edit profile.
Okay, you kind of observing the situation, the way that they formed around this thing. You can tell that they're kind of playing with their prey, a little bit like a cat would.
Venom.
Oh, no. Alright, I point at I guess these creatures, the unidentified creatures, are the ones that are playing with it, and the vultures are just circling.
Yeah, the vultures are just following
Where
their
did I
master.
send that at?
They've landed and are a little bit back from the...
Alright, I think mentally to the Skelly Bros and point towards one of the creatures.
Portrait.
I will attack him too.
Okay,
If I can actually open up this dang on... Wait, what am I seeing circles down here for?
I don't know.
That one is, the blue one is Rendrick's Aura of Protection.
Ah. Does anybody have a source of the white one?
That's me.
Okay. Okay, Donato goes for the attack first. Straight up killing it.
And then if you can drag and drop the Skelly on me so I'll just use one of them to control all of them, I guess. Rather than have 4 Skelly when...
Okay, do I have to drag the shield or the actual icon onto you?
I think the icon?
No, it's the shield.
Oh, the shield, okay.
If you double click on this token on the map, you have a character sheet up.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so that one missed. That's his turn. Number 2.
Good job, Chad.
That's it. There's a volley of arrows fly behind Donato.
Yes, holy crap.
Now we just need a band to play our theme music as we.
Well, don't tempt me because I can totally raise a skeleton just to be instrumental marching guy.
The Donato drumline. Venom. Well, I wasn't going to plan on just straight up attacking him right away, but Venom was going to move up like this, and he says, "Who is this criminal that you're pursuing?" And he's talking to unidentified creature number 2. I'm assuming he's a criminal because they're pursuing him and trying to do harm to him.
It's fine.
I just saw a wounded animal, and Druid in me was like, no.
Geist, wouldn't a skeleton play a trombone?
Yeah,
I had to get that one out.
or a saxophone.
Oh, Jesus.
No.
Oh, wait, mute that shit.
Mine was much worse than yours.
You should have seen Danny's game last night.
Puns everywhere.
We fought an enemy called Seaman Stains.
Gross. Alright, so you're just gonna move up and shout out?
Correct.
Alright.
Does the guy respond?
I'm gonna have him respond on his turn.
Okay.
We got a new profile picture.
Well, what I wanted to do, I won't bother doing now. Are the birds moving towards this creature as well?
They were following along behind their human. The sudden volley of arrows and the death of their masters has definitely kicked them up. They're kind of like back and looking around now.
Okay, and these are trees and bushes, are they?
Yeah, trees and bushes and foliage.
And I'll stand there and cast guidance on Venom.
Alright.
Go on, Venom, you can do it. Talk him out of it.
I hope so. Percy's fine.
Unidentified creature 2 notices the death of his ducks behind this tree closer to his bird and motions for the other 2 birds at his hands. You don't know what the motion means, but it definitely was pointing towards you. And he says, "How dare you attack us?"
I haven't attacked you, but you were attacking this gentleman here, who I assume is a criminal of some sort, or you wouldn't be trying to apprehend him.
Right?
This is none of your concern.
Actually, I'm a member of the Waterdeep City Watch, so law enforcement is always my concern. Get
An
out
officer-
of that, then.
An officer of the law should not interfere.
Wait, what?
Well, it's kind of our thing. It's what we do.
Well, he does not have a lot going on. So, Ren.
Can I see him?
He's got cover, but you kind of see where he is.
Perfect. Well, I'm gonna hold the dead on him.
All right.
Ring the bell.
He fails. He fails extra hard. He fails so hard he didn't even try.
And he hasn't taken any damage, right?
No, he is not.
Fucker.
Yeah. No, he's taking a little bit of damage.
And I will tell Francis to just stand here because I don't trust the birds.
The vultures do like to eat dead stuff.
Exactly.
All right, Vulture 1.
Yeah, think about doing a.
He flies up.
I do a one shot tonight.
You guys are taking cover over.
Maybe tomorrow.
He makes a pecking and swipe attack with his claws at.
I haven't done I mean, I did a one shot this week, but just for Lindsay's.
And he misses terribly.
Just for shits and giggles.
Oh, do I get a attack of opportunity then?
Sure. Make an attack.
I shall swing heartily with my mace. And I'm so out of practice.
Vulture 3 lands here. It takes a swipe at Fran.
Of course he does.
It takes a swipe at the back line of the Skelly Brigade. Francis.
I just told him to stay there.
Okay, yeah. The Arakoa is bleeding, kind of looking around confused, but sees his opportunity and starts running away.
Does he look like he's impaired from flying?
Yes, he's like holding his arm, which is bleeding, so he's on foot, and he's not particularly fast. Giant Vulture 2.
That says you need to cover with bleeding.
Oh shit, this thing is just, these guys are rolling like absolute. We're in
And I'll use my reaction for Vulture 2.
Okay.
Looks like the vultures are way tougher than their masters.
Yeah. I was wondering why their window's not opening up, but it was behind the map.
Ah.
Two. Nope. That's it. Alright, this map is all over the place. There we go. I gotta actually make the map smaller, that'll help.
Yeah. Venom.
Venom the Kitty. Is it worth... how strong is the Pete Marshall adept
Ooh, that was scary.
on a Battle Master fighter? Is it worthwhile to take or not? Fuck if I know. I never play fighters. Like, all my characters are all ranged.
I'm interested to throw a spell slot on
Well, when I get to play it, I pretty much play are ranged characters. Well, no, last night I was a barbarian. That fucking game made me sad.
That was really weird. It messed up all my windows and everything. Anyway, I don't want to waste a spell slot on these. I don't think they're going to be that tough to beat. So I'm just going to drag out the rapier and try to hit vulture number 1 right here. Unfortunately, well, I don't think Eric's within 5 feet, is he?
Giant Vulture 1? No. It's a little bit out.
Okay. So we'll just do that much.
Alright.
Do we want to talk to these people? Or are we just going full murder hobo?
I think we might be able to get some info from them.
Right, I'll step out then. 15 feet out. And I'll cast Hold Person on the pair of them.
Okay. Can you... Is it like a cube, or is it just like 2 targets you choose?
2 targets.
Alright.
And they both failed.
They both failed. They both lock up.
So I've got them covered. Just take care of the wing things.
The birds. Take care of the birds.
Right on. Hirsch is fine. He's just doing what I asked.
Alright. Creature 1. Does he get a save or anything?
He does, I think, at the end of his turn. 1 second.
Yeah, so at the end of his turn, basically just drag and drop his the save that you did, recast the spell on him, and it'll automatically do it.
He's not locked.
Alright.
But fortunately, it's the end of his turn.
Yes. So he does break through. Red.
Alright, Ren, seeing this little creature right here, he's going to reach out and touch him with Shocking Grasp.
Alright.
Unlimited power!
Very shocking.
And then we'll tell Francis to land onto Giant Vulture 3. We'll do that now. Oop, wrong one. And he does not.
Francis falls over.
Oh, he falls over. Well, then if he falls over, I'll tell him to stand back up.
Yeah.
That's funny. And so since I killed somebody that was not a necromancer spell.
Alright, he hits you with his talons after trying to go for a beak. Alright, he slashes into your armor and gets into your flesh.
Ow.
Yep.
Zombie's going after him now. Oh.
Okay.
Oh, damn. Bet that tasted good.
Ericoa, do the save for him. He's still frozen in place. Render.
Wow, that's still.
Damn it. I have too many windows. Yeah, he's probably dead.
Probably. Alright, that freezes the entire head of that turkey. Yeah.
Oof. And then these guys will be directed to, yeah, barrage. And they can't see the other guys, so they're done.
Yeah. This guy, the vulture is in front of me. He's dead now, right?
Yep, he did.
So Venom will be moving towards the guy. Is he still held, or is he moving?
Which one? The unidentified creature too? He's not
Party.
held. He
Party
hasn't had
rock.
his chance to move yet, though.
All right.
Sorry. Still trying to figure
Bonus
shit out.
action Movement. And then I want to do non-lethal damage to him if I can hit him.
Well, you could like try to tackle and grapple him.
Oh, you don't do non-lethal damage?
Yeah, if you want to try non-lethal and just knock him straight out, sure.
That's what I will try to do, because I will have a lot
Okay.
easier time doing that than I will trying to grapple him. I'm not that strong.
Alright.
So I'll go here, and like, I guess basically I'm trying to whack him with the pommel of my rapier or something.
Yep.
But I missed. I'm telling him, you know, also talking, like, you know, you need to go ahead and give up. Your friends and your mounts are dead.
Seeing that Venom's got that one covered, I'll go up to 10, 15, 20, 25, to the Aarakocra and say, look, calm down, calm down. The hold spell is just for your own good safety at the moment.
You see,
Just like a cop.
yeah, you see on the side of his head, one of his eyes turn and look at you, but that's the most he can muster.
Okay.
All right, unidentified creature 2.
Let me guess. He gives up.
He breaks away and starts running.
Hit him.
They always run.
Hit him.
Hey.
Oh, he disengaged. He can only do 30. Sorry.
Or he can
There we
get
go.
attacked.
He's gonna. He knows he's not gonna win this, so he's running. Win.
I'm just going to start walking because I know we're trying to capture this guy. So I'm just going to double movement. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. And we'll tell Francis to follow behind me. And he gets 20 feet. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Alright.
Dashing.
Alright, make the save for the Arakoa. Alright. So, he, the effect in, and you can see him start taking a couple of steps back away from you, looking left and right, not really sure what's going on. He's not making any hostile action towards you, but he's also not trusting it. Rendrick.
I guess we're just gonna stand here and watch.
Alright. Donato.
Sorry, 1 second. I need to give my wife BJ's card.
Tell your wife that she is less important than D&D. Do it. I'm sure that will go
Is
great.
that really what you want to say?
Oh!
Somebody's trying to get somebody else in trouble.
I say she is military. She can whoop his ass.
She's Navy too, so she's hardened by the sea. She's salty.
Oh, she's a salty one, I see.
Good old Navy.
Alright, the trumpets continue as I move forward. That's it.
Alright. Venom.
Okay, well, Venom is going to move up to adjacent to this guy again. And he's going to try a different tactic this time. We're going to see if Venom's knowledge of the magic of Tasha can reduce this fellow to a giggling heap on the ground.
And it can.
It's possible that it can. So he gets incapacitated, and let's see, that already has a. Does that already have the? That doesn't have the concentration card on it. So I have to do it on myself too. And he's also going to be prone. All right. So that'll be what I can do this time because I don't have fast hands. So.
Alright, Eric.
I'm just gonna try and
You can see that he's still holding one of his arm wing things. It looks pretty badly damaged.
I'm gonna try and persuade him that we're the good guys and we're helping him. We don't meaning no harm.
Alright, roll me a perception. Or not a perception, a persuasion. Yeah. Okay, so you're making calming gestures. You're not pulling out your weapons. You're just trying to, like, calm him down.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so he seems okay for but he's still looking around like a cornered animal. Alright, Rin, you want to do anything? Does anybody except for Eric or Venom want to do it?
Oh, Ren's just gonna get up to where the cat is. That's all he's doing.
Rendrick is just spectating.
I'll try and gesture for him to come back to the group with.
Alright, so he doesn't see much other choice, as he's kind of realized that you could probably pretty easily kill him if you chose to. So he will follow behind you.
Hirsch, he's fine. He's just circling around since Eric's got a handle on the situation with the Eric.
Okay, great.
As I'm walking back to the group, I'll put my hand out and try and touch the guy on the shoulder, on his hurt arm, and cast Cure Wounds.
Okay, so he shrinks a little bit before you are able to get a hand on him, and your spell takes effect almost immediately. The bleeding that was coming off of it kind of stops, and he's able to kind of like start rolling his shoulder a little bit easier there, and he just kind of looks at you with surprise before nodding and thank you.
Sorry, it's healing word, not Cure Wounds.
Right. Well, Cure Wounds is the touch. Healing word you can just do from the side, but whatever. All right.
And then I'll just lead him back to the group. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And before we get to the group, I'll say, look, don't mind the skeletons. They are on our side.
Huh?
Not Francis, no.
Unless we get back to the group, I'll shout out, chicken for dinner, boys.
Ah.
I'll say to him, can you speak English common?
Yes. I'm not kind of... He speaks in kind of a crackly, birdish voice. I'm not going to try to do that. I'll fail terribly at it.
But you tried, so at least you tried. Some people wouldn't.
Yeah. Well, just imagine what a bird might sound like if it tried to speak English, and there you go. Yeah, a lot of kind of crackly. Some of the vowels and stuff don't quite make it, but you can understand him.
Hey, thank you for that follow, Fabled
I'll offer
42.
him some water out in my water skin.
Welcome.
He takes it and drinks it greedily.
We're playing some Princes of the Apocalypse.
Thank you for the rescue.
Just caught an Eric Hawk rip.
It's okay, why were they chasing you?
I don't know. I don't know why they've been chasing us.
Now, with
None
your
of
name,
us do.
with your name being having Fable in it, have you ever
Lived here for
played?
generations and never had any problem. Nobody ever bothered us.
Have you played any of the Fable games?
Occasionally we traded with the outside. And then these guys move in. They take over that ridiculous building. We didn't think much of it at the time. We didn't care. They could have stayed to themselves. We would have. And then they just start taking us. One by one. We didn't know what was happening at the start. And they never come back. Oh, they never come back.
Do you know why they're taking you?
We have no idea. We're down to so few now. I was just trying to find food for the rest of us. I thought I was being stealthy. And then
Yeah.
they came out of nowhere.
Yeah, Fred, I also love those games.
Where's your village?
We don't have one anymore. They razed it to the ground.
Where are your people?
The few of us that are left. And he kind of hesitates. He's not sure if he really wants to reveal that information to you yet. We're hidden. We're hiding.
We may be able to offer some assistance.
Like what? What are you gonna do? There's so many of them.
You shelter us for the night, and I'll create food and water enough to feed you for 24 hours at least.
That does kind of catch his attention.
Now I want to play some Fable. Oh, does
he
it?
says-
I wonder if Steam
fine.
has. I wonder if Steam has the Fable games.
I believe it's customary to at least introduce ourselves first.
My name's Eric.
Steam.
I'm Krickus.
Crackers?
Crickus.
Oh, they are on Steam. Hell yeah. So I used to have them on the Xbox.
Rendrick there with the armor. The turtle with the skeleton archers is Donato. The short ass with the pointy hat down there with the zombie is Ren, and the guy making your opponent laugh is Venom.
Nah, Ren will do a little shit-eating grin and wave really fast at him.
Yeah, I guess I should come back to this. Venom, what are you doing with the one that you captured?
Oh, he's getting the rope treatment.
That's what I figured. Okay, so he was flailing around, but you are able to get one limb at a time in place, rope him around, and you kind of had to hog tie him, and eventually your spell does wear off.
Well, once I get him tied up, I'll just drop concentration on it.
Yeah, either way, it wouldn't have lasted much longer. But are you leaving him there? What are you doing with him?
Well, no, I'm going to drag him and head back up to where the rest of them are, because we need to get some information out of this fella.
And yeah,
right.
Francis will be right next to him, kind of like drooling and staring at him, trying to, intimidate a little bit.
Sure. So you guys drag him back, and that's about the time that Eric, you were making introductions with the bird.
Yep, that works.
Indeed.
Ren's gone neutral.
Damn it. Well, what you didn't know is he was always neutral towards you guys.
Only now do we find out.
Yeah.
All we were to him was possible corpses.
Precisely. He's just waiting and watching.
I
A big experiment for him.
am not saying a word.
Okay, Mr. Vulture Rider, you have some splitting to do.
I am not saying a word.
Let's get back to shelter first, shall we?
See, Baron, do you see my zombie?
The Arakoa very clearly states, I am not taking him back to our...
I love it.
I don't should take him to where they live.
Oh, you know what? Fuck this. Watch this.
Is he not tied up?
Watch this.
Doesn't
Francis.
realise he's beaten?
Well, he does, but unless we just intend on outright murdering him, I don't really want him to have that knowledge.
I don't condone murder, not in the slightest. Especially not if a man that's trussed up like a pig.
Well, yeah, that was kind of where I was going with that.
They didn't seem to mind killing the rest of us.
But you don't want to be like them.
Don't you though?
You're right.
Oh, I might need
But
to.
he is not coming back to the camp. Do what you will with him. But they cannot know where we are.
No, of course not. So we question him.
Thank you for the follow, Mobius303. You're gonna make a Death Knight next game. Nice.
And you let the people at the Spire explain their part in this, whatever that might be.
But we're going to the Aarakocra camp. And that's what the Aarakocra is saying that he doesn't want. That's what Crickus is saying that he doesn't want.
Where's the other?
They want
This
this guy at their camp.
a Death Knight,
How
huh?
about we do this then? I'll stay here with this fella, and you guys can see what help you can render at the Aarakocra camp, and we can meet back here. Does that sound okay?
Yeah, I need to spend the night at this camp.
All right, so now I need to import this photo,
That'll be fine.
import that into
Me
GIMP,
and Hirsch will be vigilant.
export it to a JPG.
Do you want to keep... We're going to split the party. Do you want to keep the archers here with you and Donato? Just in case?
Why don't we blindfold him?
I look at Crickus and say, would that be acceptable if we blindfolded him so that he doesn't know where your camp is?
What do you even want with him?
Information.
Then get your information. We can wait.
We will not kill him. So we either let him go or he's coming with us.
Alright, Francis.
I do not want to bring this one back to our camp.
Export.
If he gets away, if they find him somehow, then we're all doomed.
JPG. It's okay. And you'll see like little lightning tendrils come from my fingers. He's not going anywhere.
Well, I think we have to respect this fellow's fear. It's a justifiable fear, I believe, from what
Oops.
has been said.
Where is Sean? There's Sean. Upload file.
You don't know what they're capable of.
And
They're
desktop
trackers. They're
main
hunters.
page. Sorry, I'm trying to get
Better
a
than
token
any of
made
us.
for my
We shouldn't even be out here.
zombie.
We need to figure out what we're gonna.
At your camp, how many of you are there?
5, including me.
And that's all that's left of you.
That's all that's left of us. We want to escape the valley, but as soon as any of us venture out, they almost always find us.
Whew, sorry. Zombie, you're gonna make a Death Knight. Have you played
Slip away one by one.
the Death Knight solo story on Fantasy
I was
Grounds?
sure that they were going to get me.
Because I just haven't played
Wrong
it.
out of ideas, guys. I'm not going to kill him.
Yeah, let me.
Not cold-blooded.
I'll post a link.
He's helpless. It would be wrong for us to do that. But addressing what was the Arakoka's name again?
Crickus.
Death Knight.
Addressing Crickus, if it makes you feel any better, we've already survived run-ins with Earth cultists and fire cultists, and they did not.
Why? I don't understand. Why would that make me feel better?
These, I think, are air cultists. And
Cultists.
I believe, yes, they. I don't understand all of it, but they seem to have some worship for.
Oh, they're at the Death Knight.
entity of
Oh,
the air or
Death
something.
Space
The
Knight.
ones for earth and fire, and I assume also water, but I haven't encountered any of those yet.
They have exhibited strange control over the wind. Their birds fly faster. The wind
Fantasy
pulls
Grounds.
against us anytime we try to escape.
Control copy.
Yeah, it goes along with what I figured.
Compare. Yeah, it is a homebrew
Do
class.
what you will with him.
Just like I wanted
cannot
to
come back to
play
our camp.
an actual necromancer instead of just
just
a
can't risk
wizard
it. I can't
necromancer,
risk them.
and he said hell no.
Well, Venom's happy to comply with what Crickus said.
Eric's not going to be party to just outright murder.
Nor I.
Neither is Venom.
Nor am I. Yeah, that's the solo adventure.
Well, you guys have got yourselves a bit of a pickle.
Is it a gherkin?
Jesus.
What if we bury him up to his head in the ground?
For what purpose?
To sort of contain him for a while. I'm sure he'll eventually get out, but it'll take him a while.
There's a link to the homebrew class.
Walk
page.
away.
Well, what I've seen. Give me a second. I gotta respond to this email.
Eric's going to look at Rindrick. No, I'm sorry, I can't do that either. That could be a death sentence. Sorry about the alarms.
They're coming for you. We know.
Somebody's trying to steal the last toilet roll.
Okay, so that's a universal thing. I haven't
the
seen
nearest
toilet.
jail.
Oh, a couple 100 miles in any direction.
I actually found some this week. I bought a big pack.
Wow. No, probably not actually a couple 100, more like 50 or so miles to the west, probably in Red Larch.
Well, what I do is I go at 6 o'clock in the morning as soon as I get up.
Yeah.
And that seems to be when there's the most amount of stuff available.
Well, I would say, because over here it's 6 to 7 is when the old people go in. And I'd say that's cool that they don't do that for you, but you're in your 50s, so I'm sure you get in.
I am considered one of the old people, bro, so...
Yeah.
My parents have been taking advantage of that, too.
So is my parents.
I mean, they see me in the big white beard, and they're like, oh, yeah, he's supposed to be...
Just blend in, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, and then you got assholes that should be getting arrested for it, but they're hoarding the toilet paper, and then they're selling 4 packs of toilet paper for like $40.
Yeah, some of them are getting cracked down on, but too many of them are. But anyway, what are you going to do with your prisoner? That is the question.
Well, my suggestion, I'll still stand by it.
I
If
don't know.
Finim and at least one other stay here with him, I'll agree to that. While I go with whoever else back with the Aarakocra.
I'll stay.
I don't know.
Ranger will stay.
All right. Quickest agrees to that and is ready to lead those who are not going to stay to his campsite.
Where
So the undead
is...
army's coming with me. Oh, great.
Did the guys that we killed have any nice cloaks on them?
Yeah, you could probably pull off. They're wearing kind of these grayish cloaks and a little bit of chainmail.
I just want to put the cloaks
portraits.
over the skeletons, that way they can kind of
there we go.
cover their features as much as they...
Okay, well, you only killed 2 of them, so there's only 2 cloaks.
Well, one of the skeletons got his clothing from the other guy, so I guess that just
Yeah,
leaves
I
the
guess you
fourth
could technically
guy.
also take the cloak from the guy you captured. He's not gonna be able to fight.
Oh, well, then all 4 will have at least some clothing on to make them not look overtly skeleton.
Okay. All right, so we have 4 disguised skeletons and a France. That's not gonna hold up. Just FYI, that won't hold up under any kind of inspection.
Oh, yeah. Just nobody will be like from 100 feet away, oh, skeleton!
No, not immediately, but yeah. Okay, so
I do have a cloak in my bag that I can put over Francis, if it helps. A dirty scarlet cloak.
I've got
okay.
a black monk's robe and a golden monk's mask, if that's any help.
That would probably cover up one of them pretty well, if you can get them to wear it.
Do you want to try that on Francis?
All right, so you put the golden mask on Francis and kind of throw the cloak over him. And for the most part, he's pretty much covered except for maybe his hands and his feet when he walks.
Oh, I
It's
can't
robe,
add the
not
token.
cloak.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, it's more of a full body cover.
Damn, I can't unlock. I can't.
That combined with a mask, he's pretty. You might be able to get away with it as long as he's not doing anything overt.
What about the 2 guys that we just killed? Have they got any boots?
They do. They just have some basic leather boot.
There you go, stick a pair of them on him. Don't got to
Okay.
worry about his hands then.
I'll be right back. Quick bathroom.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be nice to take a little
All
bit
right.
of a break.
So you guys dress up. You play Barbie with your zombies for a little while, but eventually Krekus insists that you guys take off, as he does not want to be here when the search party comes, or he just doesn't want any retribution for this. He wants to be away. So that's Rendrick and Venom were staying. The rest of you are leaving. So Venom and Rendrick, what are you two doing?
We're just getting up underneath the. Well, I figure get up under this cover over here, so that we're not completely exposed to aerial reconnaissance, and drag the guy over there, have a little camp, or that cover, whichever.
Okay, yeah, either one. You get underneath one of the few large trees in the area. And you're just gonna set up camp underneath there?
Yeah, and unidentified creature too. Well, we'll ask him some questions, while we're at it. Hopefully, we can identify him. That's the first question. So, what's your name?
It's none of your business. You shouldn't have interfered in this.
Interfered in what?
So Francis now has a token.
Kind of goes quiet at that.
Well, it's not been put in there yet, but we got Francis a token
if we
made.
weren't doing anything wrong, shouldn't be a problem to tell me, right?
We had orders
Zombie apocalypse Barbie. Hell yeah.
What?
to capture them.
Okay, and then what?
That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, I mean, you say that now. But so far you have not been made too awfully uncomfortable.
You're not gonna get any more out of me. Just kill me or let me go.
How about
One
no?
of those things. We're going to take you back to the spire. And then either you or the person that sent you after those poor feathered creatures are going to tell me what's going on.
Or my brothers are gonna run you through like so many pigs.
Well, they might try, but you guys tried. How'd that work out?
You have no idea what you're messing with.
Yeah, people say that a lot.
You will regret messing with us.
I don't deny the possibility that that's true, but I don't think it's a foregone conclusion by any means.
The winds are gonna break you against the rocks
Oh, yeah?
and wear you down like everything else.
Anyway, I won't occupy the whole thing with just asking this guy questions, but Venom will keep at him. Venom's an investigator. He's, I'm sure, fairly experienced at interrogating prisoners and that sort of thing, and that's kind of why I took a high charisma with him, or
Okay.
reasonably high.
Give me a persuasion.
Alrighty.
Okay, so he is putting up the best kind of information wall that he can, but you are definitely getting the feeling that, well, you already kind of knew beforehand that more is going on here. The knights are not the simple knights that they presented themselves as.
Joffrey. I need a Joffrey.
You hear the term Yancy Ben
You start
once
yelling
more.
for-
He kind of mumbles it under his breath, but you're able to catch it.
I need to start yelling for Joffrey.
And that was the air deity or entity or whatever.
You don't know what that is. You've heard it screamed or whispered a couple of times throughout your adventure.
Oh, okay.
But it does catch your ear that you're like, what is this again?
I knew I recognized the name. I was trying to remember where I recognized it from. Does he know anything about the delegate?
Probably not.
Give me, I would say yes, if you're going to ask him directly about the delegates. He says that they also had orders to interrupt that whole business themselves. That was a fun night.
It was a fun night.
I don't just use random rolls to determine what I'm going to do about things, because I'm not feeling too friendly towards this guy right now. All right. I'm going to run to the restroom real quick. I'll be right back.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's take a 5-minute break and everybody go to the restroom. I could kind of get a drink as
Cool.
Okay.
10, 46. And break time. Where is my... I know I have a thing set up. Got too many damn scenes in here. Oh, there's princes. Cool. I'll be right back.
All right, I put a vote to just indicate that everyone's back.
That was some fun chances to roleplay right there.
Yeah, I'm glad we got a chance to do that.
I think Venom's about as close to a paladin as a rogue can get.
Yeah, you have a cool twist on the whole rogue archetype thing. I'm kind of surprised that you didn't take investigator, because that would have worked perfectly, but Shadowblade or whatever it is kind of cool too.
Investigator. My background is City Watch Investigator.
Right, but there's a rogue archetype that basically turns you into Sherlock Holmes.
Oh yeah. I did look at it.
Or you could be Moriarty with the Mastermind.
Yeah, I like Mastermind. I want to try one of those sometime. They've got some neat twists.
Yeah.
I guess we're all back. That's good.
All right. So you are able to tease out a little bit of information from the Feathergale Squire, I guess you could say. That's what he ultimately identifies himself, though he doesn't give his name or anything like that. But he is associated with the Feathergale Knights. What ultimately are you planning on doing with him?
Going to take him with us when we go to the Spire.
Okay.
It'll give credibility to our accusations when we go and ask them why they're committing acts of terrorism, basically against unsuspecting denizens around.
I had to eat my sandwich. Hungry.
Okay. So are the two of you heading there now, or?
Oh, fuck, that was good.
I think we should meet back up with everybody else before we.
I got my fat ass cat on my chair behind me, weighing me back.
So,
like he's so heavy, it like pushes me back.
You through the sighing valley. His eyes are constantly on the sky, looking up, looking behind him, and he is definitely taking a path that gives him as much cover from above as possible. And in fact, you think he's taking a less than direct route to where you're going.
Of course he is.
But eventually, I don't know if I really want to do this, but he will suggest that you leave the zombies behind. They are slow and they are not keeping.
I don't think Ren would agree to that. He's kind of attached to Princess.
Now that's gross.
She's
In more ways than one.
You. So more than one descriptor for Ren starts with the prefix necro. Is that what you're trying to say?
I think that's what we can all infer. Yes.
Circle of life.
All of you make a stealth check with disadvantage.
You're just talking about the ones that go to
The ones that are following Erica. Yeah, correct. Yes.
well, I mean, wait, we're following him secretly?
You're trying to. You're like clearly he's trying to make sure he's not going there. He's just not just walking in the open like la. He doesn't know who's watching or where or when, and he's trying to not make it so obvious where you guys are all going. But with all of you and all the zombies, you are a very large group, and it's very difficult to keep cover.
Oh, I was just going to use survival to follow his tracks after.
Okay, so if you want to hang back, that's fine.
Ren will follow him, and I'll ask Donato if it's okay if Francis sticks around with him.
Okay, so
He's not happy about this.
make those stealth checks again, because I did not know that Donato was staying back.
Well, if Donato is okay with Francis sticking around with them, then he would Ren would command Francis to stay with Donato and then follow the Eric Akra with the Eric.
Okay.
Okay, so Krekus knows the area pretty well. He's darting between trees, getting under rocks, anything he can. In a roundabout way, he does eventually lead you back to a small cave in the alcove of the on the side of the canyon. That itself, it kind of like, you can tell why it's easy to miss from above, in that the rock formation kind of juts out over the entrance, and unless you're on the ground level, it's really hard to see it. And in fact, Eric, you have to kind of duck to get under it. So does Krekus. Ren's fine. And it's a very small cave inside of it. But inside of it, you see 4 other bird people, and the Krekus eventually gives them, an all clear sign in his own language, in the Arakoan language, and kind of gestures to the two of you and says that you two are friends, that you're here to help.
Hello.
Pleased to meet you all.
And you can hear them chirping. They're keeping their distance from you, but seeing as you're at the only entrance to the cave, they don't really have anywhere else to go. But they, for the most part, seem to trust Krekus. Krekus turns towards you, Eric, and says that it was his understanding that you would be able to feed the camp.
I will in the morning, yes.
Very well.
But if it
Which
helps,
is-
you're welcome to my rations. How many of you are there? 5?
There's 5 birds total.
And I'll give them 5 days worth of ration.
And they take it gratefully and they just devour it. Clearly, they have not been eating well.
I'll also give them a couple rations as well.
They take that as well. They'll take anything they can get.
And if we can stay here overnight for a long rest, when I can swap my spells out, I'll cast Create Food and Water.
Okay, so you want to take a long rest there. Donato, with your survival, you are able to follow them as Rin was not being particularly stealthy and definitely left tracks that you can follow behind. Let's see. Venom and Rendrick and your captive.
Yes, sir.
Are you just going to hang out? Apparently they're taking a long rest, so you guys got to...
Well, I assume we're going to be here for the night, you know, campfire and staying up under the cover as much as possible. I'll watch half the time and Rendrick can watch the other half.
Yeah, that was always my plan, at least, to have a long rest at the camp so I could swap my spells out.
I assumed that's what they were going to do.
Okay. All right. All right. So, Donato, Eric, Rin, you guys are good. Rendrick and if you guys are going to set up kind of a watch, you guys roll me perceptions.
Before we doze off, Rendrick trying to cast his Fine Steeds.
Okay.
Summon Grady.
All right, you get Grady. Let's see. That's just a horse. What is Grady?
I made a special one for him. It's in the
Yeah,
go to my actions tab under the Fine Steed spell. You'll see him in the...
All right, you have Grady with you.
Mr. Grady, good morning. Azil. Hello.
All right, and both of you roll me stealth checks as well at this point, because you guys are going to try to be hiding. All right, and all right, so you guys have a pretty good hiding point that you think you found to keep you covered from anything that's going on above. Your Venom is smart enough not to light a
Mayhem
campfire,
Gaming,
not
thank
to
you for
make
those
any kind of
gerbits.
signal of where you.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate that.
So it is going to be kind of a colder night, but you're going to have to weather it.
I'm sure it'll be okay.
Yeah. Your new friend also begins to start trying to make noise, but quickly you're able to get a gag around his mouth to try to silence that as much as possible.
You're gonna gag him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, if necessary, I'll stuff his cloak down his mouth as far as it'll go without obstructing his breathing, and then secure.
Okay, is that me or is
It's
this...
really hard to talk when you're in that situation.
Right.
Is everything getting really
he's still
quiet?
making muffled noises for a few hours into the night, but it doesn't carry. It doesn't echo off of the canyon, which is good. This is what you're trying to get. All right, and Venom, give me
a voice and video.
a final perception check.
Oh, you know what? I know why it is, because I had my sound turned down on my fucking microphone or my headset.
All right, so the night goes by without too much issue.
Hotai 777. Thank you
Rindrick,
for
as
the
you finally
follow.
get your sleep,
Welcome.
you have the same dream again, but this time you feel like you're running wildly towards the light.
Some Princes of the
But
Apocalypse.
you still can't make out what it is. And you wake up disturbed by the dream.
Rendrick, have you said anything to anybody else about your dreams?
No.
Okay.
How about no?
All right.
Is this from his background, or is this due to some curse or disease or something?
I don't know.
Because he's immune to disease.
Yeah.
Could be some kind of residue about what's going on around this.
I don't know. So the DM currently hates us because I have a zombie. Another player has 4 skeletons. Welcome to having 2 necromancers.
DM just does eeny, meeny, miny, mo or something.
Yeah.
All right. You guys have your long rest. So, Eric, switch out any spells that you may. Same thing with you, Donato. Ren as well. I guess we'll just do that too.
And we had a nice discussion about
Always the same.
polymorph and T-Rex and zombie T-Rex. Because why the fuck
so
not?
Now the party is split, and the goal comes to finding each other. But of course, Krekus and the others begin talking to you, Eric, Ren, and Donato, and they are telling you about, more in detail of what's happened, how long this has been going on, the last several months. A few months ago, the Knights moved into the Feathergale Spire, which had been long abandoned, and then they moved in and very quickly renovated it, moved their birds in, captured several of the larger creatures that called the valley home themselves, and began taming them. Initially, the Arakoa, as a generally peaceful tribe, didn't really do much about it. They didn't really care, and left them well enough alone. There was a couple of initial conflicts as the Arakoa came into conflict with the Knights over hunting rights, as the Knights seemed to just go out hunting for sport, killing things, and then leaving the corpse as it was. The Arakoa not believing that is the correct way to do things, and also it interrupting their ability to gather food for themselves.
I was trying to get
before eventually one night their village is raided by a large group of the Knights on their winged beasts, using strange wind magic to blow the Arakoa out of their nests, as they call it. Sounds more like huts, kind of built onto the side of the.
I'm going to post a link here in a second.
Many of them died that night. Several escaped, though, as it was just kind of a frantic attack.
I got a token made.
And over the course of the last couple of months, their numbers have just dropped more and more and more as one by one they're picked off by the Knights.
I got a token made for my zombie. His name is Francis.
Krekus has, however,
I sent it to DM, but he said fuck no.
Just out of more of survival than anything.
And that's what
that
Francis'
he was
token
surprised
would be.
to find that the
But he said
Knights
fuck no.
have taken an interest or have started congregating more and more in another area of the canyon other than the Spire, which is where they initially were starting from, but now he can see them flying both to the Spire and to this other area of the canyon. So that was a bit of an exposition dump, but there you go.
I know, right? It would have been a great
You guys are
fucking
going to do
token.
something about the cult, but he wants you to
It'd be a great
have
freaking
as
token.
much information as he has.
But no, he won't let me.
Once we've fed the Aarakocra, we'll bid them good luck, and we'll head back to Vinim and Rindrick, and we'll thank them for the information. We'll go back, meet up with Donato and the zombie apocalypse,
Yeah.
and then head back to the other two.
I only have one zombie
With a
though.
view to going to the spire.
Yes.
Okay. All right. If you're trying to find your companions again, roll survival. Just track them back down. They have moved from where they were before to try to find better cover.
Can I have Bertha roll?
Yes.
Since she will be flying.
Yep.
You want the advantage or anything because she's up in the air?
Actually, she would be at disadvantage.
For flying in the air?
Yes, because they were specifically trying to find a place that was stealthy from above.
It's true.
Donato.
Sorry, I didn't get that.
Roll survival. You're trying to track down where your friends have camped out. All right. Donato pulls the clutch at the end, and
Does he ever?
he's able to track it down. And you and your fucking zombie horde are able to meet back up together. What does FZH mean?
Fucking zombie.
Fucking zombie horde. Yes, exactly. I'm just gonna call it that from now on.
Just wait until I make more. Right now, I only have one.
It's still going to be a FCH because a horde is a horde, right?
This is true. I guess we can include the skeletons on them. Francis needs his new token in though.
Yeah, if it had gotten too awfully late in the day, I would have had Hirsch flying around watching for them, so we could know they were unable to find.
Okay. Yeah, through various means, you're able to meet back up with your party. You still have your captive bound and gagged. He's looking a little bit weary, not having much food or water in the last little while.
Oh.
Shame about that.
Oh. Can always offer him a different.
Can I offer you an egg in these trying times?
I can make it so he's never hungry again.
I could throw a good berry in his mouth.
There you go.
Venom actually would provide him with at least a mouthful of water here and there to keep him from, getting completely dehydrated.
All right, so you guys are going to start making your way towards the tower.
Yep.
Well, I'd like to exchange information. I'm going to tell everybody what we learned from the squire.
Okay. A lot of it is similar to what you heard from Krekus, just from the opposite point of view. Except for Donato and Eric and Ren. now have knowledge of this second area that Krekus called Knife Point Gully, that is kind of on the east side of the valley, while the fucking Feathergale Spire is on the west side.
Oh, okay. Well, which one should we visit?
You guys are kind of more in the middle, but towards the southern end of the spire, while those 2 points are on the north side of things. Yeah, let me just pull up a map.
We kind of derail everything.
I can find it.
Let me see.
Oh, well, I can't use that one. It's too much.
Derek, did you see that picture that Marmusman made? Of me?
But yeah, you guys are...
He fucking made a picture of me.
Towards the south end of the valley, Feathergale Spire being to the north, and Knife Point Gully being to the northeast. It'd take you a couple hours to walk the valley and get up to either location.
We will let the squire walk. He'll have his hands tied behind his back, and I won't gag him so that he can breathe properly as long as he behaves.
I will gag you.
Okay. He seems mollified right now.
The picture, actually, it's now the
as you guys are taking it back
Twitch,
to the tower.
my Twitch picture, and also my Discord picture.
We'll threaten him with Ren gagging him instead.
Well, does he show any reaction to the name of that other place? What was it called?
Knife Point Gully. Give me a insight.
Can't listen too much because my PO2 is about to start to happen. Aww.
Okay. While you were exchanging information, you were paying close attention to.
Is that the one James is in?
Prisoner, and you did see his eyes dart as soon as he heard that the Arakoa knew about.
I think that's the game James is in.
Mr. Squire, what's going on at the Knife Point Gully?
Nothing. Just take me back to the spire. There's a lot of hunting going on there.
Hunting of what?
Beasts.
Like this? And then points to Cricket.
So what?
Crickus.
Oh, Krekus didn't come back with the group.
Oh.
He stayed with his.
You mean like the poor fellow you were chasing yesterday?
Yes.
What do you think, fellas? Should we go to Knife Point Gully or should we go to the Spire?
I think he's trying very hard not to keep us away from there, yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I think we should...
Were you hunting them for slavery? As slaves?
It's none of your business. We have our own reasons.
Rendrick's gonna grab him by the throat, slam him.
Oh shit! Come on, man.
And attempt to intimidate him to get answers.
All right, roll me some intimidation. Oh, hot damn. He's like, you slam him down hard enough that he coughs up some blood. The captain told us to. He had orders. They were in the way, and they weren't gonna bend.
I tried to spare you all that, you know?
In the way of what?
This is our valley now. The valley belongs to the wind.
The fuck?
Those birds did not appreciate the gifts that they had been given, and they scorned our masters.
What are you doing at what is it called?
Feather Gale's Fire.
No, the
Knife Point Gully.
place. Yeah, Knife Point Gully.
Just take me back to the spire.
So yeah, thank you for all the new followers and stuff. I appreciate that.
Are we taking them
If
there
you-
and dealing with them, or are we going to the other place first?
Guys, look down below. We got my schedule for now.
He
We
wants
got
to
a
keep us away from
actually have a
Knife Point Gully, so let's
another
go
game
there and find out why.
starting up next Sunday at 5 a.m. Central.
Do not go there.
But next
Don't
week
go there.
we'll be back on Wednesday with Vampire the Masquerade.
That's
Persuade me, Mr. Squire.
And it's going to
you'll
be
die for one thing.
because we get a secret.
You might get captured at Feathergale Spire. You will die at Knife Point Gully.
And I don't know if you guys played anything or watched any of
decisions, mate.
Gary Con this weekend. It was a great, successful, fun. Only got to kill 2 people. Typically, my one shots are extremely deadly, but it was still fun.
I say we gag him. We'll throw him across the horse and I don't know.
Maybe he just doesn't want to go to Knife Point Spire.
Right?
Really?
His failure would be ill looked upon there.
Sounds about right.
Let's take him with us, tie him up, throw him over the horse like Rendrick said.
Ooh.
And we'll go.
Gary Cons are crazy. Yeah, dude. They were fun.
All right. So you secure the knots even further, gag him, and throw him over the horse, and start making your way towards the area known as Knife Point Gully. Unfortunately, you do hit a river, a large river that cuts through the valley. You guys knew about it. You could see it from when you entered the valley. It does pose a bit of a problem, as there's no bridges or anything that you could see. It's just a natural river. And
River?
the Lost River, it's technically called. It's smaller than the Desserin River, but it's basically what has cut this valley. Kind of like the Grand Canyon, you know.
Oh, so it's not on the map.
Not on the map that you're seeing. They didn't really provide me a map to show to you guys. But give me a second to
Me, James, Nemo, Mopsy, Trimsel, and Jess. Oh, Jessica's the GM. I just so in Discord right now, someone's trying to. He's fucking around with me, and I just said I was going to make his old character into an enemy.
There you guys go. That kind of gives you a general lay of the land sort of thing. You guys have walked north from where you were, across some barren landscape, eventually coming to a more greener area next to the river. The river kind of winds and bends through the valley, and either you'd have to ford the river and cross over it, or walk around kind of the bend that you're at.
The weird icon here.
Yeah, you're the little plus thing. Technically, it's your icon, Venom, but it's just I just grabbed it first because I just needed to show it.
Oh, okay.
I'm okay either way.
How fast does the river look like it's running?
It's not too quickly. It wouldn't. It's not like what would you call it? You could swim through it.
Whitewater rapids.
Yeah, it's not like a rapids. It's a more gentle river running down, but it is a bit of a ways across.
But it's flowing like from the north down around the bend and then into the underground.
Yeah, it's flowing south and then out of the valley.
Well, I look down at the metal armor I'm wearing and the pitiful size of my biceps, and I'll say, I'll walk round.
I think walking around is probably going to be our best bet.
Yeah, especially with the FZH.
Yeah, they could get washed away.
Yeah. All right, so you guys choose to take the bend around, which will put you definitely closer to Feathergale. Oh, it's Feathergate. They change it every time I look at it. I'm calling it Feathergale Spire. And as you are, everybody give me perception checks. All right. Venom and Donato. When you start getting around to the other end of the, about to there now, you see out in the distance, coming away from Feathergate, several large bird creatures coming towards your location.
Well, let's all hunker down.
Yep.
Does it seem that they actually see us, or are they just on patrol?
It is hard to tell.
In case they're just on patrol, I'd like it if they just went on by. I'm hoping we can not advertise our presence.
Yeah, find some cover in the rocks.
Okay, so you guys kind of move up, take some cover, try to get behind some rocks.
There's a friendly ledge handy that we can wedge up under, that kind of.
Yeah. Make me a stealth check now.
All 10 of us on a horse.
I'm just gonna kind of take it as a group stealth.
The zombies aren't exactly stealthy.
I mean, that's part of coming. The zombies are gonna roll those stealth checks too.
With those guys along, there's not.
Oh yeah, let me. Yeah, there's Francis's stealth check.
Let me check theirs. Do they even have that?
It's just Dex.
Be Dex,
He is a.
Oh well, they have a bonus to it at least. So, I mean, 9, 5, 3, and 10. But they have.
Yeah, you weren't sure if they were coming towards you before, but they do start dipping down towards you guys now.
I wave bye to the skeletons from my hidey hole in the rocks.
You wave what?
I wave bye to
Bye. Okay.
Yeah. bye, as
Like,
in
nice
goodbye.
knowing you, skeletons.
From my hidey hole in the rocks, I will wave goodbye to the skeleton.
Gotcha.
And if they plan on attacking all of us, Venom will be looking around to see if he can find the most favorable terrain to fight from.
Oh, we got la 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 la.
I've got too many windows open now.
It's okay. Yeah, I think I might do a one shot tomorrow.
Not too long after you start taking cover.
Sometime during the day, if anyone's
several of
up
the
for
knights, well, you know they're knights. They land on their giant vultures and griffins, kind of surrounding you. You can tell.
How many are
As
we talking about?
there are 6 of them.
Oh, this will be fun.
They multiply. You said 4 when they left the spire.
I didn't say how many there were. You said there was 4. There was 3 before.
That's all right, I'm joking.
Good try,
Okay.
though, Martok.
Yeah.
Well, we know I'm not being stealthy, so.
Yeah, I don't think I am either. I know, Fred, you need to get better internet, dude.
Are we gonna wait to see what they do?
So you there, hold. You're the group that came by not too long ago. Why do you have our comrade?
Are they speaking to all of us?
They're speaking to your group, yeah. They're still on the backs of their vultures and griffins.
But they landed,
They landed, yeah.
and they obviously can tell that all of us are here.
They found you, yeah.
Your friend was harrying and tormenting a poor innocent citizen of this area, and we helped.
Was he now?
Yes, he was.
Yes, he was. He was being.
And what-
Bringing him back to speak to the captain, and so that the captain could make sure he receives the appropriate punishment.
He was being a chooch.
Well, we can't have that, can we? Don't worry.
Insight, please.
If you Okay, roll hit it. Go ahead and insight. You can give him to us. We will ensure that he receives the appropriate punishment. This, of course, will not stand.
Uh-huh.
Is he lying?
You're not sure.
Well, bummer.
And can we roll perception on the against his
That's what insight is, basically.
or yeah, insight, yeah, Blair.
Yeah.
I can see.
Either you guys can roll insight.
Who the hell? What's the hell's that guy's name? John Travolta.
I'll tell everyone else in a quiet voice, but not necessarily whisper that he's lying.
That's Ring.
I'll very silently say,
He lies.
in the grand scheme of things, where am I?
Yeah, you guys are gonna have to give me just a couple of minutes to get the set up if it's gonna go south here.
I mean, of course it is.
Oh, I think we're going deep south.
All right, and talk amongst yourselves as I set this up. Sorry, they don't give me encounters for stuff like this, and I'm kind of pulling shit out of my ass.
You're fine. We understand.
Welcome.
I think what half, if not most of us are DMs anyway.
Yeah.
Bet you wish you'd done 4 mobs now.
Oh man. Oh fuck. This will be fun.
Why is that not working? When I move you onto the new map, all of your icons are huge.
The map doesn't have a set grid to it. Oh wait! Are you moving us directly from the other map? If you're moving us from the other map, then you have to drag us from the combat tracker instead, because the other map's grids are different size.
Okay, gotcha. Yes, and the grid was not on too. That was both. I thought there was, but it's not.
Yeah, it could always. It's one of those two options. I've learned since maps are different size and you lock the scales, the token scale to one map. Yeah, it's.
Rin starts picking his fingers with Brogorkthefork.
No, don't. That fork is enchanted with blazing hellfire, by the way.
Oh shit! Oh, Skyrim, duh.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to play it again. I haven't played it in a while.
I actually found a mod called like Forgotten of Eladrin or something like that. Like changes the game almost entirely. I haven't gotten very far into it, but it seems pretty neat.
Nice. Yeah, I think I dumped like $1,300 or some shit to that game.
Anything happened while I was gone?
You died.
Rin tried to take Brogorkthefork and was told no.
So did we end up believing them?
No. Zenato and Rendrick said that they don't believe.
Alright, so we'll just we'll handle it. You guys have patrols to do, I'm sure. Venom senses the DM is setting up the jump.
Oh yeah.
Feed me! Feed me!
All right. Now, is there any way to make everything in the combat tracker visible all at once?
Yeah, click on the little eye icon that's all the way on the left side up in the gray bar at the top.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So the one that was addressing you is on the east side of the map. There's several that have flown that landed behind you.
Hang on, we've got no Rindrick on the map.
Oh, you're right. I forgot. Sorry. And Grady.
I don't see the map. I guess I'll see if I can go this way. Oh, there we go.
Oh.
Yep, got it.
You know, but no, if you double click your token.
Yeah, I did it.
I'll be tools for it.
Share for everybody. Just make sure everybody sees it.
Lilu Dallas.
Imagine the stumps that you're all next to.
I forgot I had all these
Little
sounds.
crags and outcropping rocks and stuff. I don't really have a canyon map.
Okay. Well, me and Vinim wouldn't have heard that they're lying from Rindrick and Donato because, well, we're 30 feet away or more.
Yeah.
Those sounds are cool. Yeah, I know, dude. Sounds are awesome.
And they're riding on top of the vultures right now?
Yes, they're on top of it. So the vultures are basically like two separate enemies. Like, I'll move one out and we'll see. So.
Oh no, you're fine. Like, are they landed or are they?
They're landed. They're all of them have landed down, have touched ground basically, but are still mounted.
And the squire is on the horse right there, yeah?
Yes, the squire is on the horse.
Looks like a place distinctly devoid of places I can stealth by.
I mean, all of these stumps and stuff are all like things that you can take cover behind. So.
Oh, okay, good. I thought they were holes in the ground.
No, they're, well, imagine them to be like various rock outcroppings and things like that. They're not cut. I just don't have a proper map.
Oh, it's all good. Sounds good.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, Grady. Oh, no, Grady's the horse.
Yeah.
So we supposed to roll initiative?
Well, nobody's done anything yet, but the knight has basically said, hand him over to us, and we'll make sure he gets the proper punishment. This will not stand, of course.
Well, Rindrick's the one with him, and Rindrick didn't believe him, so I'll let Rindrick take it.
Rindrick just says you're lying.
What? I am a full-fledged knight of the Feathergale Spires, sir. As a fellow knight, I would hope that you understand that my honor comes above all else. Now please, hand me my subordinate.
No. We know what you're doing. We're going to fix it. Either stay out of our way or try to stop us.
It always has to be the hard way with you, doesn't it? Goddamn adventurers. All right. He throws up his head, just does like a sortie motion. Everybody roll initiative.
Very cat-like, Vinim.
Yeah,
Right.
I rolled it a little too premature, so.
Well, that sounds like an issue.
Well, the thing is I was prepared to trust them, and now I have to wrench myself into a different mindset all of a sudden.
Right?
I rolled a 19 and still one of the bloody zombies beat me.
Okay, Donato, what is your initiative so I can set your zombies right?
A 6. And they're skeletons. Do not undead racist.
Right? Because Francis is the zombie. Get it right.
Skeleton lives matter.
Zombie lives matter.
No, they don't, because they don't have lives. How can something that doesn't exist matter?
So, creature type appropriation, we don't want.
Yeah, they could identify as zombies.
That was great. Rindrick should get it.
Fully agree.
All right. I liked it too. Rendrick, you're inspired. Okay. So for
Would Grady act on my turn as well?
Yes, Grady will act on your turn, or after you, basically.
I got a
You got a what?
I got a 10 initiative. Grady got an 18.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. For the purposes of this, as they're still mounted, the eagles will count as their movement, basically. So they move as.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because then it's an action for them to dismount. So yeah,
Yeah.
that could work.
And they have control over their mounts, so they can pretty easily direct them to do what they want, almost as if it's their legs. So the Feathergale Knights, the one that was basically speaking to you, Rendrick, causes the mount to jut forward and make an attack towards you. I'm actually going to put each mount underneath the one. Actually, no. So.
This is going to be a good fight.
So you're able to knock off both of his attacks. He is totally gagged. He's not doing shit. Vulture 4 is not moving. Eric, what are you going to do?
I'm going to move behind the rock and shout across the room. What's going on? What are we doing? And
Here's the Aragorn trying to kill.
and I'll cast a hold sacred flame for any creature that attempts to attack myself or Vinim.
Okay.
Oh, you got Feather Knight 2 still in his spot.
Yeah.
Well, that says that.
You what?
No, I said that says that I failed my roll.
Okay. The initiative takes a stab at you.
Yep. Can't shield that one.
Is Grady going to do anything?
Rendrick's gonna telepathically command him to run off and keep the guy on his back away from the.
Okay.
Just evade. He's gonna disengage and run, and then do whatever moving and dashing he has to do. Stay away.
Fireball.
So he's just running straight forward. Rendrick.
Am I attacking the vultures or the knights?
The knights will be attacked at disadvantage as they're still on the vulture.
But I can attack the vultures?
Yeah, you could attack the vultures.
want to use my inspiration.
Okay.
And I want to use a second level divine.
All right.
Well, the one that's under Giant Vulture 3, who is that? So I can target him as well. That one. Cool, let me double check that I got 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, a giant. 1, 2, 3. For some reason it shows that I have 7 targeted. I should only have 6. Let me do that again. Clear my... One, two... What the hell is howling this shit for? I don't know why I had that one targeted. Sorry.
He's the one right in front of you.
Oh, okay. Then 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool. So I'm going to cast Fireball.
Yeah.
Fuckers. I wasn't.
as if you didn't see that coming.
I wasn't going to, but then they came after me, so fuck them. That's a lot of failures.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Yep.
Nice. You got every single one of them. Oh no, all but one.
Yep. And he should actually take falling damage if he's on a vulture.
They're not flying. They're still. They're running basically.
Okay. Cool. And then I get HP back. Cool. Thank you. That is my turn. Oh no, actually, I'm going to back up over yonder, and I will tell Francis to go and eat Feather Gale Knight 1.
Okay.
5, 10, 15. But he can only get 20. So if the knight comes up to him, then he's going to take his action to bite at him. If that is okay with you, because that's all he can get.
All right.
And then I'll yell, I got most of them.
Somehow I don't see the knight going towards Francis.
Me neither, but you never know, because he's, right there.
Are the Skellies going after me, or is the Feather Knight going in?
I'm sorry. What?
Are the Skellies next, or is the Feather Knight?
The Skellies will go next.
All right.
I have to give you guys opportunities to just launch fireballs all over the place, or otherwise, what's the point of this game?
For real.
Fireball. Well, that's what I was hoping, because I was looking, I was like, okay, none of them really look like spellcasters. Because that would have sucked.
Oh, are you done? Feathergale Knight 1 is going to cast
A knight with spellcaster.
what's he gonna do? He'll cast Expeditious Retreat. And you see him start moving very quickly across the battlefield.
Yeah, you better run away.
With that, almost as if he's floating or being pushed along, he moves himself off of the map, although technically he is still in sight of you guys.
As long as he's within 120 feet, I don't care.
Alright, Howling, Initiative 6.
Or 320 feet, actually. Shit.
He is definitely trying to make his way towards the towards the spot. As one of the initiatives moves up and attacks you.
Venom?
What?
Okay.
If you're gonna do something, you gotta tell me pretty quick.
Yeah,
Sorry, that was me held action, that's all.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
Venom
I
also
think
take
Venom.
damage.
You damaged me for 3. I can do that.
All right. All right, time to strike back.
So I think
And
Toll the
so-
Dead, 60 feet range.
Oh, these guys are going to be cleaned up.
Firebolt,
I'm not gonna
120
cast
foot
a second
range.
little spell slot for them. We'll just try a rapier swipe at Giant Vulture number 6. Using Booming Blade. Well, actually, no, using Green Flame Blade. That way, Howling Hatred initiative can get a little less left.
All right.
Alright. So, I don't get sneak attack, but I do get Green Flame Blade. Just a second, buddy. And then we do damage. And then we also
That was a great fireball.
do damage to him. And then we will do cunning action, disengage, and I will move back to back with Eric for defensive purposes.
Giant Vulture 1 uses claws to make 2 attacks towards you. And the Knight is also going to make a 2 spear attacks towards you. Both of them just clang off your arm. Eric.
Okay, I'll see Venom come into the crevice behind me. So, sorry, I'm off. And I'll run out. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And I'll cast Scorching Ray. 3 rays of fire. I can hurl them 1 at each target. So 1 at Giant Vulture 1, 1 at Feathergale Knight 1, and 1 at Howling Initiate 6. .
1
bonus section, I'll just go meh, 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 meh.
You cast the taunt, can't you?
That's it.
All right. Initiative 5. Holding his ground. Gets a lucky shot in, surprisingly, doing nothing, but
Good effort. Good effort. Grady's looking
yeah. Grady's circling back around, just kind of keeping an eye on what's going on, but not in any danger.
Is Rendrick within reach of Feathergale Knight 2?
Yeah, he was.
Alright,
I
cool.
just had him offset.
And I'm going to use another second level Divine Smite.
Just had to make sure that, so they're all dead.
All right. Ren?
Yeah, totally dead. Good,
All right.
good night.
A gong rings in his head as he collapses to the ground.
Rendrick's going to recall Grady.
All right. Grady comes back.
Hashtag VIP in this fight. And then we'll recall Francis back to me.
And Rendrick's going to mention to this guy that took us only 12 seconds to dispatch his buddy here. So you tell me who is valid.
He is technically gagged right now.
Are his eyes
It was
bugged
a
out?
rhetorical question.
Oh, I gotcha. He looks worried, for sure.
That was great.
But with
Search the
that,
bodies. Do any of them happen to have plate mail?
the knights do.
Oh yeah, I want one of those.
All right. I'll say that you can strip that off. And you
Do
are
they-
in.
Is their plate unique to each of them, or do they have?
It's unique to
unified look?
them. It's a unified look. The knights having much more like stately dress than the lower level ones that were following behind them, who just had like basic chainmail kind of armor.
Do they have are they wearing like capes?
Cloaks.
Can I get a cloak to put around Francis?
Sure.
Perfect.
So now Francis looks like a cloaked monk with a mask on.
Yes, sir.
I swear, Ren, he can pass for one of those Feathergale Knights, no problem.
Yes, thank you. I did good.
If putting some of the armour off the dead knights onto him would increase his armour, would that work?
No, I'm gonna say that the zombies and the skeletons are not strong enough to really hold armor. You have to be proficient to use armor, and even if they were when they were alive, their corpses are not.
Oh well, it's just a thought.
Alright, I'm gonna drop my split mail.
All right. So you shed your split mail and piece by piece strap on the Feathergale Knight plate. And you're looking, each piece you put on makes you look more and more like one of them.
Might come in handy. Do you even have a warhammer?
Have what?
A warhammer?
They had spears and longswords.
I think that's about it for the day. It is noon.
And with that, it is 12.
Yeah.
I need to do something a little bit myself, so I am going to call it here. But next, we will dive more into what's going on in this valley.
Sounds good. Thank you.
It sounds like a plan.
Okay.
Thank you much. See y'all next week.
Thanks
Yep,
a
see
lot,
you next
guys.
week. And I didn't fireball anyone this week.
Not yet. That does not mean a fireball didn't happen. There will
That's true.
probably be a fireball per session for the rest of this campaign. I'm not going to lie.
Or more.
Or more, yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Right, see you next week.
Later.
Thank you.
See you guys later.
Later, folks.
And thank you, stream, for watching. Hope you guys had fun this weekend. And we're going to go and raid Praetor's Rejects. They're doing a 24-hour stream raising money for charity. So stick around, say hi to them, and we will see you on Wednesday. As soon as I can find their name to type it in. Praetr Rejects.
Sometimes we face incredible odds that seem so insurmountable that there appears to be no hope. At that, he cuts the strings to Gimcrack Jack, and Marionette falls to the floor. A loud murmur rises from the audience. He continues saying, "Yet the greatest stories arrive from true tales of heroism, where no matter what the odds are, a true hero, will always rise up and overcome